Hello and welcome to the solutions for homework assignment 3. What we have here is a copy of the same worksheets we saw in homework assignment 2 for Group A and Group B, and a set of follow-up questions that asks you to examine what you found in your spreadsheets. So in Group A, and Group B, they're already sorted in order of increasing relative opportunity cost, and we can see that we have the bowed shape, the bowed outward shape of the production possibilities frontier like we would hope. So question 1 says, suppose Group A assigns 4 people to type and 5 people to do math and is on their production possibilities frontier. What's their output in words and problems? So 4 people typing means we want to move 4 people this way, and 5 people doing math puts us at 167 and 138, and you can also read that from the table down here. You can if you hover over one of the points in the graph, it will tell you what the values are. So this would be 167 words and 138 math problems with 4 typers and 5 math people. So this is 167 and 138. 67 words, 138 math. Okay, so Group B, we want to examine what happens if we do 5 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people typing. And 4 doing math, which is 267 and 83. That corresponds with this dot right here, the 5th dot over it, or the dot that represents 5 people typing. Okay, so 267 and 83. 267 words, 83 math. So if they allocate the resources, we add these two together, and what we wind up with is 434 words and 231 math problems. Okay. So now the question says the question says here, is 215 words and 116 problems inside, on, or outside Group A's production possibilities frontier? Okay. So for Group A, we want to know if 215, 116 is inside, on, or outside. So go to your table here, and we get 215 and 116 would be more words and more math problems than we could get by this allocation that we examined here. So 215 and 116 is outside the production possibilities frontier. This is outside. Okay. Then we ask the same thing about Group B. Is 215, 116 in or out? Now Group B, 215 and 116. The closest place to start is if we look at 3 typers and 6 mathematicians. We could get 116 problems, only 185 words typed. So if we want to increase if we were willing to trade away words for typing, we can't do so at that rate. So this is also outside. So 215, 116 is outside Group B's production possibilities frontier. Now the question says, who has a comparative advantage in math problems? And the way that the people are split into groups, we've got essentially all of the relatively slow typers in this group, and all of the relatively fast typers as measured by their relative rates in the second group. So Group A is all the people who are relatively better at math, and Group B is all the people who are relatively better at typing. So A has an advantage in math problems. B has a comparative advantage in typing. Who has an absolute advantage in math problems? I think the easiest way is to say what's their maximum output. And if you look at their maximum output, Group A can type 232 words if everybody, can do 232 math problems if everybody does math versus 187. So Group A has an absolute advantage in math. And Group B, we can see, has an absolute advantage in typing. They could do 430 words versus 370 words here. Okay. So now the next question says, if the groups specialize in trade, they can each reach 215, 116. Now we notice that neither group could reach 215 and 116 by themselves. But what we want to show here is that they can do this if they work together. So what if Group A has a comparative advantage in math? So Group A So Group A should do math. They have a comparative advantage in math. And if they do this, they can produce 232 math problems. They specialize in math, and if everybody does math, they can do 232 problems. Group B should type, and they can produce 430 words. Right? Now they trade, and the trade looks like this. They trade. A gives B 116 math problems for 215 words. Then the final outcome is A and B both have 215 words and 116 math problems, which is beyond both of their original production possibilities frontier. So by specializing in trading, they both can reach an outcome that would be unattainable if they worked by themselves. This is the key insight from thinking about comparative advantage, specialization, and the production possibilities frontier.